everyone, welcome to IndieVoice. Today we're doing a Kickstarter support game to help out this amazing game called Eagle Island. Now, everybody has been talking about this Eagle Island, and friends have been telling me, Evan, you need to check this out. You need to bring a support game to help him out and things like that. Make sure their game is successfully funded here, and they recently now just got another backer. They're at $19,116. They have 773 backers from the last 2 seconds, and they only have 4 days to go. Their pledge is to make it to 25,878. So guys, I'm going to tell you about this game. I'm going to tell you about the perks about it and the amazingness of this game and my experience when it comes to playing the demo. Now, mind you, the demo is in pre-alpha. It may have a couple of bugs, but that is what to be expected for something just to show you on how the mechanics, how the game works, and what do you feel about how it plays out. So the game is about two main characters here. The two main characters are Quill and Koji. Now, Koji is the owl. The owl is pretty special. This owl is able to get the powers of totems, which have these feathers that give him the powerful abilities to transform from fire, ice, wind / lightning. And there's one more element in there from the 4 feathers I saw in the demo. They haven't really shown which one that does, what that does, but I hope to see this further along or when this game is fully funded here. So with its falconry-based gameplay with unique generated worlds, Eagle Island is said to be a beautiful modernized pixel art. I have to say, this game, when you play the demo here, it is amazing when it comes to how lush and beautiful the grass and everything else of the environments, how they all come together, and it's all pretty well done. They took their time in making this, and followed by dealing with the whole trying to get this game kickstarted. I definitely do appreciate the fact they take their time in this. So the game is set for Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's a 2D platformer with Metroidvania influences. So when it says Metroidvania influences, that means it had some inspiration from Metroid and how their maps are designed or how the levels go and things like that. Random power-ups are hidden within the procedurally generated levels, so I'm glad they are doing this, or most indie games are doing this these days, where the maps or the game is like completely procedurally generated, where every time you die or you go into a new environment, it's not the same. It totally changes, so it makes the experience even better when trying to go through the game. So you don't have to be like, oh, I know exactly where everything is, let me just go to this area. No, everything is changed to a better spot, or at least into a different, making it more difficult to acquire the same power-up you had before. So you launch your owl to defeat your enemies, or aka Koji, which he just flies at them and pecks them in the head. Magical feathers transform your owl into several elemental forms, which I'll be explaining soon in a bit. The game is planning to be released in mid-2018. And so the next part of this is Quill has the controls of the old school platforming charm, which, you know, A to jump up above platforms, probably a bit of hovering involved. Launch attacks with Koji in 8 directions using the D-pad like aiming controls. So I do recommend that you do use the controller for this, so you'll be able to experience all of his 8 forms of direction with Koji here. His enemies in quick succession to earn greater rewards from combos. Miss an attack and you'll be forced to wait for Koji to return. If Koji is attacked or captured, Quill will be briefly defenseless, thus making him take evasive actions. So now here comes the part where I tell you about his owl friend's amazing new forms. Now, shortly at the beginning of the adventure, you bump into Dr. Oliver Ornis, a world famous, he studies about all this type of stuff. He instructs you to find and rescue the ancient totems before the gargantuan deity, big, huge, evil owl-looking thing that you're just like, oh, okay, sorry about that. His name, the forms that he acquires are the fire form, the ice form, the wind / lightning form, or what the game calls them, Isora, Zephira, and Magara. These things will give him the powers and abilities to attack enemies in either a whole bunch of combos or in devastating abilities towards bosses, so there's certain elemental weaknesses. Anyone who acquires the feather of a totem will be granted elemental powers. Combine them with Koji for special powerful attacks. You need ancient gems to power these attacks. These can be obtained by performing successful combos. Excuse me. Perfect opportunity for combo. Maximize your chances with Zephyr's lightning power, which is the wind form. You need to clear out enemies fast, blast them away with a fire form. The ice form will freeze your foes down to just completely I can't move. And you hit them twice, they break apart and explode. The levels are in Eagle Island are the overworld, which is you'll find the entrances to 9 themed areas. Each area has its own enemies, challenges, and boss, like main boss, you know. The level layouts show inspiration of the Metroid genre. So you know how, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, where Metroid has this certain type of design to their levels, or how their levels are designed and everything else like that. You'll see it when you look at the play demo here and behind me, or in this video here. Find treasure chests hidden throughout the levels. Each one is guarded by a magpie, which is this crow that's just like, hey, you want to open this chest to get a cool ability? Well, you're going to pay up. Pay the golden seeds and the chest is yours. The perk inside will allow Koji to like power up in a unique way. Now, I have gotten a couple of these. Some of these speed him up, some of them make his combos last longer, others help him out in different ways, or you get like more than 2 runes able to use in one session. Now, this game, I have to say, has been a very innovative and very unique type of way when it comes to this, where you get to aim your like owl at these enemies, throwing them in 8 different directions, using the combos to attack enemies in succession to gain more crystals so you can power Koji up to use his fire elemental and everything else like that. Now, I find that pretty interesting. It's a very fun game. I want to successfully help this game out by making this Kickstarter video, since apparently I can't make a donation to this guy. I don't know, I think it's my card or some sort of issue, but you should definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the description down here. Definitely support this guy, support his interesting game, and keep being awesome and keep playing good video games. Talk to you guys next time on